On the world news tonight, first the headlines. FG woos investors for Nigeria's lithium deposits. Democracy that nurses integrity must be thrown overboard, Obasanjo. 4 weeks after abduction, IGP says efforts ongoing to rescue kidnapped corps members. 3 injured as tanker rams into 6 vehicles in Lagos. Mohbad corpse may be exhumed for autopsy. And on sport, Osimhen nominated for FIFA Best Player Award. I am Morire Rebila Lawa. The news shortly. The Ministry of Solid Minerals has made efforts to attract investors to explore lithium deposits in the country. This was according to a statement by the Ministry's Deputy Director of Information, Alaba Balogun, at the exhibition both of the Ministry of Solid Minerals at the Pan Pacific Hotel during the 24th Africa Down Under Conference in Perth, Australia. The statement disclosed that investors showed interest in their country's minerals. The statement reads, presenting a robust case for investment in the country's mining industry, Alake had highlighted plans to set up the Nigerian Solid Minerals Corporation as the interface between the global mining industry and Nigeria, adding that the laws permit investors to take profit out. He said a major plan to show the government's readiness to assist investors is the massive investment into geoscientific investigation of the country's minerals, their grade, and quantum to enable investors to project with greater certainty the cost of their investment and profits they can make. Following the prospect of the extensive occurrence of lithium in Nigeria, the battery minerals making waves in the automobile industries, like I said, the progress made by investors such as Bastion Limited in the Jupiter project, mining lithium in the north, and Lithium King investment in southwest, confirmed report of Nigeria as the most profitable destination for the precious mineral. The Minister of Solid Minerals, Mr. Dele Alake, also assured investors of safety, reiterating that the government has given illegal miners 30 days to join cooperatives in addition to plans to deploy surveillance task force and mine police to combat criminals at the mines. He was quoted as saying Nigeria is open for business, and with our ongoing reforms in the solid mineral sector, I can assure every sector and investor that comes to our country of conducive operating environment and good returns on their investments. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo on Friday said a democratic system that fosters a lack of security and peace must be abandoned. Obasanjo, who was hosted by the governor of Oyo State, Seyi Makinde, at the opening of internal roads in Iseyin, describing a democracy built on unemployment as a failure. Democracy that nurtures a lack of peace and security must be thrown overboard. Democracy dividend must involve peace, security, stability, prosperity, wealth creation, employment, and the wholesomeness of the society, said Obasanjo. Democracy that nurtures poverty is abortion. Democracy that nurtures unemployment is a failure. He added that when democracy would continue to survive and people will feel that yes, democracy is a worthwhile system of government that must be embraced. Obasanjo also stated that he was particularly delighted that the governor chose him to be part of the success that he is achieving in Oyo State.
Democracy ò jẹ́ kó jẹ́ nǹkan kan tí iṣẹ́ ò bá sí lọ́wọ́. Democracy that nurtures poverty is abortion. Democracy that nurtures unemployment is failure. Democracy that nurtures lack of peace and security must be thrown overboard. Democracy dividend must involve peace, security, stability, prosperity, wealth creation, employment, and the wholesomeness of the society.
The Acting Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetukun, on Friday said collaborative efforts were ongoing to secure the swift release of 8 National Youth Service Corps members kidnapped in Zamfara State about 4 weeks ago. IGP Egbetukun stated these while delivering his remarks at the meeting with strategic police managers and media briefing highlighting policies, breakthroughs and achievements of the Nigeria Police Force in the last 5 weeks. The police boss stated that the safety and well-being of all citizens, particularly young NYSC members, remain of utmost importance to the force. We are firm in our commitment to intensify our efforts at ensuring the safe rescue of these abducted corps members and all others still in captivity of criminal gangs in any part of the country, he said. Currently, we are actively engaged in the sharing and analyzing intelligence gathered thus far, while also exploring collaborative efforts with security agencies to secure the unconditional release of these individuals as swiftly as possible without harm. It is imperative to note that rescue operations generally demand a careful, tactical, and deliberate approach, conducted with the utmost caution to avoid unintended harm to the victims. If you're just joining, you are watching the world news from Baba Gbagede Imo Television. In Lagos State, no fewer than 3 persons have sustained varying degrees of injury, while others escaped death as a fully loaded tanker rammed into 6 vehicles in the Bagada area of Ifako or Shoki Expressway, Lagos, on Thursday. This was contained in a statement issued by the spokesperson of the Lagos State's Traffic Management Authority, Adebayo Taufik, made available. According to the statement, the accident occurred when a fully loaded tanker rammed into 6 vehicles and a last-man motorcycle, resulting in multiple crashes. Taufik noted that the accident was caused when the driver of the tanker lost control due to the brake failure, which led to the traffic gridlock on the highway. However, the intervention of the men of the last man and police force led to the rescue of the injured victims, who were rushed to Bagada General Hospital. Some of the identified registration numbers of the cars involved in the accident are GGE16XO Toyota, EPE 941AC Toyota, LSR 457BY Nissan, APP 206XT Vanagon, and APP 206YE Oven. The statement read, Impaled operative of the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority confirmed that a fully loaded tanker rammed into 6 vehicles while on motion around Bagada Bridge inward Ifako along Oworoshoki Expressway, Lagos. Preliminary investigation revealed that the driver of the fully loaded tanker lost control due to brake failure and rammed into 6 private cars, 3 commercial vehicles, and 1 last-man motorcycle. The accident caused severe gridlock for road users moving from 3rd Mainland Bridge towards Ifako Oworoshoki Expressway. The general manager of Last Man, Mr. Bolaji Oreagba, however, called on association regulating activities of tankers operators to always educate their drivers on the need to observe speed limits whenever they are driving on public roads. Moving on to the next story. The Lagos State Police Command has said the corpse of the late singer Ilerioluwa Aloba, popularly known as Mobile, will be exhumed for autopsy to aid investigation into the cause of his death if it is necessary. Information reported that Mobile, 27, died on Tuesday. However, the cause of his death has been a subject of controversy since the tragic moment. Speaking during an Instagram live session with media personality Ifedayo Olaride, popularly known as Daddy Freeze, on Thursday night, the Lagos State Police Public Relations Officer, SP Benjamin Udain, said the police would probe to know the cause of Mobile's death. Information also reported that Force Public Relations Officer ACP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, in a statement on Thursday, said that the police would carry out a diligent investigation into the cause of Mobile's death. Referencing to the Force PRO during the interview, SP Udain said the Force PRO issued a statement this evening, Thursday, saying that investigation will commence and that's what we are going to do. If need be, the body will be exhumed. It's not too late. The body can be exhumed and an autopsy can be performed. Information also reported that this followed the emergence of a document wherein the late singer reported a case of alleged threat to life, malicious damage, as well as operation, among others, against a music promoter Samson Balogun, aka Sam Larry, and others, in a petition to the Force Criminal Investigation Department Annex, Alagbon, Lagos State. In the June 27, 2023 petition, Mobile alleged that Sam Larry and 15 others, all armed, stormed the venue of a video shoot where the deceased and another artist, Omoni Temidayo, aka Zlatan Ibile, were working. They threatened to wreak havoc. He added that they eventually destroyed equipment worth over 5 million naira on the scene and assaulted him Mobile before he narrowly escaped after sustaining injuries. The petition read as reported. Attached to this petition is said pictures. Total amounts I paid for the shooting they have destroyed is 8 million naira. However, during the assault, they were boasting that they work for Oba Lebushi and that they have been asked to deal with me for reasons best known to them, which till death, they are still threatening to kill me if seen. Sir, I call on your good office to save my life from the above-mentioned persons and bring them to book. Moving on to the next story. Traders in the popular phone and digital market known as Tamak in the Pansheke area of Abeokuta, Ogun State, were on Friday morning thrown into confusion when heavily armed policemen stormed the market and asked the traders to vacate the premises on account that there was a court order for them to leave. When journalists visited the scene, it was observed that there were heavy presence of policemen while the traders hung around the vicinity of their shops that were on the locks and keys. Some of the traders who spoke with correspondents noted that there had been recurrent cases of land grabbers coming to ask them to vacate the market, which has put their business at risk. A trader, Akim Oyemi, said that the police came in the early hours of Friday to send them out of their stores after showing them a court order which they were not privy of. From the palace, we came back here to meet the police to ask what happened. On getting there, the police showed us a court order asking them to lock off Tamak. But we told them there was no notice of any court order given to us because we believe that if there will be any need to lock this place up, we should be informed, but we did not have anything. So we decided that we should be allowed to open our stores, but the police started shooting, which made everyone to run for their lives. To this moment, we were not allowed to open our shop, Oyemi said. Another trader who spoke on condition of anonymity noted that there had been a recurring issue of land grabbers coming to the market to ask them to evacuate the market. Effort to get the reaction of the chairman of the Market Association, Ifebola Togunwa, proved abortive as he did not respond to calls and messages sent to his number. When contacted via WhatsApp chat, the Ogun State Police Command Public Relations Officer, Omolola Oditola, asked if our correspondent was at the scene of the incident, which our correspondent replied affirmative and even sent pictures of the scene, but she was yet to respond after reading the message sent till this time of filing this report. Information also gathered that on Wednesday reported that Ogun State House of Assembly alleged that policemen in the state are in connivance with some land grabbers to illegally arrest and detain innocent members of the public. The Speaker of the Assembly, Olakunle Oluomo, would noted that hundreds of innocent residents of the state had continued to languish in various detention cells of the police, both at Alagbon in Lagos and the force headquarters in Abuja, had appealed to the Inspector General of Police to wade into illegal arrest and detention. Moving on to the next story. A 57-year-old Norwegian man has been sentenced to 3.5 years imprisonment by a Swedish court after police found his dead partner's body in a freezer where he preserved it and continued to collect her pension. The man told friends and family that his 60-year-old partner was alive and well even after she passed away from cancer in 2018. They didn't want to be buried at a public cemetery but at a farm. Actually, the man's lawyer told the local newspaper in the area, so he put her in a freezer to later bury her outside, and then it fell by the wayside. It was gathered that the woman's family reported her missing after losing contact with her following several excuses from the husband, including them she is no longer wanted to speak with them. In March, police found her body following a tip, and the man admitted he hid her dead body. He initially claimed that he had done so in order to wait for spring so he could bury her near a farm in the farmland. Our reports claimed that the man had also chopped his partner up to put up in a freezer where he also stored food as he ate. He initially claimed that he had done so in order to wait for spring so he could bury her in their farm at farmland. One report claimed that the man had also chopped his partner. Prosecutors revealed that the suspect made just under $117,000 through systematic fraud scheme. The man had changed ownership and registration of vehicles with a deceased name as well. The man had claimed during his trial that he was able to still communicate with his partner through telegraph and telepathy, but court-appointed psychiatrists had previously determined the man did not suffer from any mental illness, and renewed testing determined that has not changed. The court ultimately convicted the man on charges of gross breach of civil liberties, gross fraud, mutilating the corpse, and falsification of documents, among others. Prosecutors initially had pursued a 4-year jail sentence, but the court reduced it and ordered the man to repay the money he had taken through his scam. Moving on to the next story. A 22-year-old houseboy, John Alista, has been arrested in Ghana after his stabbers mauled them to death and absconded with some of our properties, including our car. He was arrested on Thursday, September 14, days after he was reported to have committed the act. It was gathered that the young man, employed as a house helper, did the acts with the Madame Afia Ayankin to death on Friday, September 8, just a month after starting work. After committing the act, he fled the scene with a car, phone, and other various items. According to Ghana Web, the houseboy used the victim's phone to exchange in conversations, posing as the victim and sending messages to friends and close acquaintances. During interrogation, the young boy confessed to the crime and disclosed that he sold a car and phone. The victim, Afia Ayanker, was married to Blackstars legend Osei Kofi's son. The London-based son of a former Kotoko playmaker had hired a 22-year-old house help to assist with calls in their house. It alleged that the 22-year-old has always been engaged in criminal acts. In July this year, John allegedly stole over GHC 7000 and 4 mobile phones from his former employer at East Legon, after which he remained under the radar until he recently resurfaced in the news for his alleged involvement in the death of his new employer. From that story to the foreign story. The United Nations is urgently seeking more than $71 million to assist those in need after deadly floods swept Libya over the weekend. Hurricane strength storm Daniel slammed into Libya on September 10, killing at least 4,000 people, with thousands more still missing. In a flash appeal Thursday, the United Nations Humanitarian Agency, OCHA, said it expected the toll to rise. The city of Derna, one of the hardest hit locations, was reduced to wasteland after 2 upstream dams burst Sunday. The commission said estimates suggest 30% of the city may have disappeared, and with most roads collapsed, local authorities are calling for a sea corridor to be established for relief and evacuations. The entire seaside town of Susin, meanwhile, remains submerged. Calling the situation catastrophic, OCHA said its humanitarian partners need $7.1 million to respond to the most urgent need of 250,000 people targeted out of the 884,000 people estimated to be in need. On Wednesday, the UN OCHA Ed Martin Griffiths had announced an immediate emergency fund of $10 million. Finally, on sports. Super Eagles and Napoli striker Victor Osimhen has been nominated for the latest edition of the Best FIFA Men's Player of the Year award. The list, which was released by the World Football Governing Body on Thursday, had the Nigerian striker Andre Onana, Cameroon, and Yassine Bounou, Morocco, as the only Africans nominated. The qualifying period for the prize is between December 19, 2022 and August 10, 2023, with nominees including Argentina megastars Lionel Messi, Kylian Mbappe, and Erling Haaland. Within this period, Osimhen has scored 29 goals while helping Napoli to win the Serie A title for the first time in over 3 decades. The Nigerian is the 4th top scorer in the 2023 calendar, behind Haaland 35 and Mbappe 30. England's Declan Rice is also shortlisted for the FIFA prize alongside Manchester City treble winners Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Eke Gundogan, and Julian Alvarez. Leones, Rachel Daly, Alex Greenwood, Lauren James, and Kara Welsh have been nominated for the Women's Award. World Cup Golden Ball winner Aitana Bonmati joins them on the list, alongside fellow world champions Jennifer Amaso, Mapi Leon, and Salma Porilua. Chelsea boss Emma Hayes and England manager Serena Wakeman have been put up for the Women's Coach Award, though George Vilda is absent from the list. Anga Postecoglou is nominated for the Best Men's Coach Award, alongside Pep Guardiola, Simone Inzaghi, Luciano Spalletti, and Xavi. England's Mary Helps is one of the 6 stoppers nominated for the Women's Goalkeeper Award, and will be up against Catalino Cole of Barcelona and Chelsea Zekira Musovic. Champions League final goalkeepers Edison and Andre Onana will be at loggerheads again for the men's award, with Thibaut Courtois, Yacine Bono and Marc-Andre Stegen also in the hunt. The nominees for the Puskas Award will be announced September 21. Voting for all individuals award will open on Thursday, September 14 and close on Friday, October 6. Meanwhile, the first time in almost 2 decades, Cristiano Ronaldo was not nominated for the FIFA Best Players Award. The Portuguese was also not listed for the Ballon d'Or Award, which does not take into account performances at the 2022 World Cup. Well, the sports story, we've come to the end of today's world news from Baba Bagede Imo Television. Before we go, some headlines. FG woos investors for Nigeria's lithium deposits. Democracy that nurtures insecurity must be thrown overboard, Obasanjo. 4 weeks after abduction, IGP says effort ongoing to rescue kidnapped corps members. 3 injured as tanker rams into 6 vehicles in Lagos. Mobile's corpse may be exhumed for autopsy. Police. And on sports, Osimhen nominated for FIFA Best Player Award. For updates of our broadcast on YouTube, our handle is Baba Bagede Imo Television. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all to access all of our broadcasts. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawi Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. For advert placement of your goods and services, coverage of events and functions, please dial the phone number streaming on the screen. Jumat Mufida to all faithful Muslims all around the world, and may it never be our last, inshallah. I am Maurire Rabila Lawa. Good evening.